Yo, welcome back YouTube. Yeah, I didn't record a vlog second weekend of Argentina because I thought it was going to be the same sort of footage. So I thought I'll just do a video recap instead. I kind of got I didn't record it because I didn't get my emotions live in the flesh. But I thought I'd sit down and I finally found the time to do it. So I'm just going to go through the second weekend of racing, day 1 and day 2, rounds 9 and rounds 10. And talk you through it. And I guess I've not done a style of video like this before, so if you like it, let me know. If you don't, let me know, and maybe I'll do it again sometime. So let's get into it. So obviously the first weekend I made 2 back-to-back mains. Never ever done that before. I got 8th on Saturday and 4th on Sunday. I felt like I was close for a podium, but I made a few mistakes. So I really wanted to go 4 for 4 in mains in Argentina. I just thought, yep, I didn't. My goal going into the whole entire trip was 2 finals, a semi and a quarter. So that would have been quite a consistent race weekend, race trip for me, because again, I've been up and down my consistency, but this year I've sort of found my form a bit with it. So it's gotten a lot better, but I thought that was a very realistic goal for me to achieve. But after the first weekend, my confidence just skyrocketed. Felt so good on the bike, felt great out the start, and just didn't care who I was next to. I just felt like I could beat him. So yeah, I wanted to go 4 for 4 for mains. So let's start off with round 1. So obviously I'm in lane 2 in between Leo and Mitchell, and I know I've got Carney outside of me. So as a first race, it's got some hitters in there, and also just got some I was just confident that I'd go through, and I really wanted to win. And I actually only won my first race, round 1, last weekend, and the weekend before in Argentina, in round 1, and I hadn't won a race all year at a Supercross event. I've only been getting like 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and the rest. So yeah, getting into it. Got a really clean gate. Me and Leo was pretty close, and I managed to get the squeeze on him and just wanted to dive to the inside and managed the whole shot. And I also felt calm outside going into that first corner. So yeah, it was good to get out in front. And yeah, I'm not really used to leading these laps, so I start kind of thinking about what I'm doing and not making a mistake, and then therefore I go and make a mistake. So and as you can see, I picked up into that last corner. And yeah, when you're pedaling it fast, it's quite a tall jump to pick up. So I bonked it, hurt my chest, and I get passed by both of them. It doesn't really matter that I got third or first, because my lap time, even if I won, was going to be pretty slow anyway. So that would have affected my pick for the 8th, because it don't go on your position, it goes in your lap time, what pick you get. So yeah, in lane 2 here, in between Rashad and Molina. I know Molina's got some really good starts on him. So again, I just wanted to go through my process of delivering a good start and wanted to whole shot this and win this one as well. So it's a lot better having a 6-man 8th or 5-man quarter, whatever it is. You know, when you got that, you think, right, I only got to beat 2 people, so the pressure's gone. It can work the other way, where you think, well, if you go out, you're going to be fuming because you only have to beat 2 people. But yeah, I also have Paddy on the outside, so I'm always rooting for my teammates to go through as well. So yeah, I got a really quick start, able to drive down the hill good, and I knew from that point, yep, I'm whole shotting, and I just had to hold Molina off and make sure Rashad couldn't come underneath me. Then from here, I just wanted to get a better lap because I made mistakes on the first lap, resulting in Leo and Kai passing me. So here, just wanted to keep it nice and smooth, which I did. Overjumped a little bit, but overall, really happy with that lap. And I opted not to pick up that tabletop, so my last straight was a bit slow, but I just wanted to get through it clean. So yeah, again, feeling really confident. The starts are consistent. I'm building, and now I've got a quarterfinal with Mayu and Neek, world and Olympic champion on the inside, and Maye on the outside of me, of course, with Dyer, Molina, Ross and Fantoni. So it's quite a stacked quarter. It's in my position, but it's in my favour because I'm on the inside. And I think, yep, I was confident I was going to get a good snap, and I wanted to shut Nick and Mayu off in a safe manner, and I just wanted to get out clean. And I just knew my first pedal had to get out clean because I know Mayu is such a quick starter as well. So I was able to do that. That was really good. I think that was one of my fastest starts of the day, and I felt like I was in first to the first jump, but Nick just went flying by, and of course Mayu had the inside and he was pulling. From that point, I knew Nick was moving out a bit, and I was really struggling to protect my inside, and that left Dyer coming up underneath me. So from here, it's all about just charging, keeping as close as you can so you're not letting other people come through. And I knew I was never going to go up on the inside of him for third, so I just wanted to ride a good lap in fourth, don't make any mistakes. And you can't see it from here, but round there, there's a big screen that I was actually watching when I wasn't in first or second. I was watching when I was in third, fourth, who was behind me, just to get a little like quick peek of, should I go to the inside? Can I stay to the outside and keep my speed? So I was doing that a lot during the race day. I went for the pickup again because I knew it was the faster line, and yeah, got it dialed in and I was happy. So in my head, I'm thinking, right, I made 2 finals, now I'm in a semi. So that's again, by far the best ever World Cup trip I've ever done. In Colombia last year, in Bogota, I went 1/8 semi, 1/8 final. So, and I think I worked it out, I think my average position was like 28th or something. So I averaged a quarter final. Like I averaged, I don't know, like 7th in a quarter every day. So that's what I wanted to improve on this year, just keep my average below 16, because that means I'm always in the semi-final, then breaking into the final. So I'm happy I made my another top 16 result, but again, this has been the detriment to my racing all year really at World Cups. I start off good, start off on the inside, then my lap times are not as quick as the others. I'm still racing really well, but my lap times ain't great, so I'm going backwards and backwards and backwards in terms of gate selection. And in Argentina, I kept on having gate 7 and 8 in the semi and finals. So every semi you make is really hard, but in my head I'm thinking, right, come on, I can get a good gate here, come over and like maybe try follow Cam in lane 5, because I know gates 1 to 4, like they're all good first straights, good starts, and I know these guys can pop one off and they're going to be in the mix if I'm not able to get around. So I actually got my fastest start of the day, which is always good to get, but it just wasn't enough to just get over, and I stayed on the outside. I actually, like, as soon as I land this first jump, you see me glancing over to see where I'm at in the race and what should I do. But learning from my mistakes last week and trying to like swoop in the first corner, I just wanted to get stuck in, lean into the corner and see if I can dive down the inside on the second straight. So this was the only race where I felt hesitant on, the only race. And from here, I should have been charging to the inside to definitely get around below Leo. But then, I don't know, something could have happened where I get stuck in between, but that was my mindset, just charge, go, don't think, just make something happen. But from here, I knew Mitchell was in front of me and I could already feel him leaning into the corner. So I kind of just backed off, let him do his thing. He had a great move, came out 4th, and I almost high-sided him and crashed. So from that point, I see Bodie on top of me in last. And the only bloody reason why I carried on there was, in terms of Olympic points, if you go out in the semi, if you get 5th in the semi and the other person gets 5th in the semi, it's between 9 and 10 overall, finishing the day, 9th and 10th. How you win is your lap time. So that's what I thought, right, I'm in 7th, let's just carry on a good lap so I can finish 13th, not 14th, and score like 10 extra points. Because in the long run, I don't want to be down on being selected to the Olympics by a matter of 20, 30, 40 points when I could have just done stuff like this. So that's the only reason why I've done it. I thought, yep, I'm done, I'm out of the race. I was annoyed that I got semied. But then here, I see Shotman slide out and I think, no way, I've fluked another final. Let's just carry on. But then this gap, I tried to go around the outside of him, but it just closed. I clipped out, got clipped back in straight away, done best as I could to carry on, but I just knew it was gone. And then if you watch Bodie, my man had checked out. He's floating at the back. He 50-50 is that, and he's just chilled. He's done. And he's so far behind, but because he missed all the crash, because he was just at the back, he was able to come back. He got a really good last straight, to be fair, and he got it by 4,000th of a second. So maybe if I had just given up, I could have been where Bodie was and made my third final in a row. But yeah, like after that race, I was fuming. Like I went back to the team where I've said on my Instagram, and I booted the chair, acting like a bit of an idiot. But I like lost it a bit because I thought I was really hungry for that 3 World Cup finals in a row. And it's funny how your perspective change and your goals change when you do well. As I said, I went into this trip winning 2 finals, a semi, and a quarter. And I've done 2 finals and a semi, so I'm on target of what I wanted to achieve. But as soon as you do better, get better results, she's like, no, this is what I want now, this is where I'm at, and your standard increases. So yeah, I was after that, so I was fuming that I went out, and that was actually the best day physically and mentally I felt out of all the 4 race days, because my starts, I didn't get one bad start. Every start was getting faster and faster. I just had so much confidence, but it was that one race in the semi where I just doubted myself. I was on the outside, I just couldn't make it happen. And that's BMX. So it's sweet. So I really wanted a podium. So day 2, the last day of racing, round 10 at Argentina, like I was hungry for it. Like another final, not accepting anything less. So again, I start off in lane 2 in round 1, in between Rashad and Jamio, 2 good riders. I just know that if I produce my best start or do an 8 out of 10 start, that should be good enough to be able to whole shot it. So it's just keeping that focus. And I'm hungry today, like I really want it desperately. I want that podium. So nice clean start, and away we go. Starting off the day really positively. And I think, again, started doing a good lap, but it's just me not used to winning these races at World Cups. I know Argentina was the first time I started doing it, but I had a few laps where I was leading, and my overall lap times just aren't quick. So this is what I'm working on in the winter. Here I'm at over jump it and like kick back, cranks roll, thought I was going to crash. I managed to save it. I see Rashad swoop me, and we have a good race to the line. And I actually thought I won the race. And I always keep my family updated for round 1 and 8s because it's not live, but I text them that I won. And then when I seen the timesheets, Rashad beat me, so I actually got second. But again, doesn't matter whether I got first or second, that would have been my lap time anyway. And I was able to get a second pick for the 1/8. Now this 8 is pretty stacked, I think. Again, there's the six riders, so you feel a lot more confident about your chances of going through. But I had Arboleda on and 1, and Maya again in 3. So in between 2 really fast gate starters, so I just knew like I had to get out. And of course I got Car on the outside of me, and I know Bocado is great at racing as well, so I just wanted to get out. Of course I wanted to whole shot it and shut Arboleda down, but it just didn't happen. Managed to get a really good gate, and I was more so focused there on timing, so I changed my process a little bit. So I just wanted to get out my first middle, have good timing. I did. I think I was first to the bottom of the hill by 1,000th or 2, but it was enough to stick on Arbeleida's wheel and hold Kai off on the outside. And from there, yeah, held a pretty good lap. Yeah, so from here coming out the corner, again make a mistake, and then me and Kai start talking to each other. He's saying like, go, you're safe and stuff. And we're just making sure we're getting through the later rounds, because there's no point killing each other for 1 or 2 positions in a 8th when you'd rather just go through and race properly later on. So again, like all the 4 race days and every World Cup, but more so in Argentina, the breaks were really long. So after the 8th, you usually have about an hour and a half, hour 50 minutes before you go on to your quarterfinal. And everyone has practice in between it just for a bit of a warm up. But in Argentina, it was really long. It was like 3 hours long for some of them. So It was really tiring to like just to stay mentally switched on. Like, yes, you do switch off a bit just to give yourself a little bit of a break, but you don't want to completely let go, because you know you got 3 of the biggest races coming up. So yeah, I thought my confidence was really high over what I've done. My good starts the second weekend of racing. Don't think I got one bad start yet, actually, in what, 4, 5, 6 laps. 6 laps of racing. So I was really confident, but again, this is a stacked quarter. Joris, of course, doing Joris things. Melina, we know how fast he is at the start. And Magnus Dyer, when he puts one together, he's flipping quick. So super efficient guy. So I knew, again, I was in between 2 fast people and I really need to get out. So my process kind of changed a bit and I wasn't really switched on. So I just went super late and up, got shut down straight away. But the beauty of this track is you could just stick with it and go straight to the inside. So that's what I'd done, and yeah, was able to go underneath Dyer. So we actually swapped roles, what he'd done to me in the quarter the day before. So yeah, once I come out third, I'm like, yeah, pretty comfortable, just stick behind Melina as close as I could. Had Renault putting pressure on me, but yeah, I was pretty comfortable here. And of course, I done my pickup bonk, yep, and that killed my speed a bit. And me and Renault actually finished on the exact same lap time. But again, through to a semi. So in my head, I'm thinking, wow, 2 finals and 2 semis. That's like a really, really good weekend of racing. But that like immediately went. I was like, no, let's make a final here. Like 3 out of 4 finals and a semi. Like that's what we want. We want a podium. So like, yeah, this quarter, this semi even, you have Joris, Arboleda, Jamio, Carlos, Eddie, Kai, Jill Brunner, stacked. Super stacked. I was confident that I could get a good start here and get across to Arboleda and Joris, depending on how everyone else went. But I knew Eddie was a really quick starter, and of course you got Jill and Kai on the outside, and we all know what Kai can do as well. So yeah, I was really pumped up for this one. My focus came back. I was a bit annoyed that I got a really bad start in my quarter, so I just wanted to rectify that and be able to deliver a good lap. And semis for me, probably for most people, like the hardest lap of the day, I feel, because it's like a dogfight. Everyone's gunning for it to make the final. To me, it's a bit more stressful. Once you made the final, you can relax a bit, but obviously I'm getting to that position now where I want to perform. I've not got to that position yet, so maybe people like Joris and Kai and that would say other things. But yeah, I knew I had Eddie on the outside of me, and I know he can hook up a 1, 2, 3, so that pressure was on. But where the lights were, where you can see here, where I'm looking at the lights, it's down there below. Some of the spectators were walking across, so it just like, I'm just looking at someone just moving about, and it just completely distracted me. I went late, wheelied again, and it just messed me up. So from here, I'm in last place, if you saw it from a side angle, but I just knew I've got the inside of Kai and Eddie, just dive underneath, and I managed to get behind Jamio, get underneath Jamio. And from here, I knew I was in 5th place. And I knew on the inside where Jill is, it's a bit harder to hit that straight faster because it's a bit steeper, the takeoff. So all I wanted to do, my whole goal there was just to stick behind Carlos's back wheel, so I was protected from Jill coming underneath. I thought I executed that really well. I was driving down second straight really good, and then done exactly what I wanted to do, got protected by Carlos from Jill, and then again I'm looking at the jumbo screen up in the top corner, see where Jill is, and yeah, from there, great last straight, I managed to get third and pass Carlos at the line. So yeah, I'm buzzing. My family's texting me going, wow, another final, 3 finals in a semi, that's a great trip. But like, I just text back straight away, I'm getting the podium. So I was like obsessed, like I was a man on a mission. I was just super focused the whole time, and I just know, when sometimes, for me anyway, sometimes when you're on the gate and you just know you're getting a good gate. You just feel it, like everything's like engaged, you're all ready, and as soon as you see that red light, boom, you're just going and everything just hooked up. So that's what I said the previous week. I want a podium. I text my family beforehand in our group chat saying I'm getting a podium, and I was just ready for it. Of course, I had Simeone inside with me. He's a great starter. You have Nick. So I actually had 7th pick, but Nick went 8. No, I had 6th pick, but Nick went 8. And then, so I managed to get gate 6. So I was thankfully for the first final and semi of the whole, oh no, I made the other semi, I was in the inside. But for the first finals, that was my closest I was to the inside in gate 6 instead of gate 7 and 8.
Come on, Quill. Come on, Quill. Come on, Quill. Come on, Quill. Get in there, son.
Yeah, man, what a feeling. So I got my fastest start of the whole entire trip in that final, and that was the fastest start of the day out of everyone. A couple people like Cam Wood, Joris, probably Stefan Hill and like Alfredo, I think them guys went faster than what that time was on the previous days. But out of that day and the last day of racing, I had the fastest bottom of the hill. Never achieved that before. I've done 3rd before, and that was back in 2018 in Paris. But overall, the whole trip, I think I was sitting at like 10th, 7th, 5th, then ended up 1st. So the consistency around my starts were really, really solid. So that's something I was like most proud of as well. Yeah, I just knew as soon as that first pedal came round, that was like, it just hooked up great. At that point, yeah, I won to the bottom, but Mayu and Arboleda got really good starts as well. And I could see them in my peripheral. But I got way too excited and I was sat back trying to ET, and I had to stop pedaling to rebalance myself. And then Neat came round. And at this point, again, I just wanted to get stuck in, and I knew straight away I was in 5th. I came charging out that corner, and I'm beside Arboleda there. So my first thought is, let's cut Arboleda off. I knew I was coming out of more speed. I had to stop pedaling because he got caught up with Nick and Mayu. So I knew from here, I got him. I didn't expect to go inside of Melina, and yeah, from there when I came out quite low onto Nick, and I was in 3rd, it was just like get to the inside, protect my inside, then swoop back out again so I can use the corner, because that corner is pretty slippery, and from here it's pick up, don't bonk the pick up, and then I knew I made it. And you see me like head nod across the finish line. And yeah, it was just the best feeling ever, man. Like I felt like I personally won. I felt like I got 1st. That's how good it felt. So it was just amazing to that lap just to come together, because I really had to work for it. It didn't just fall on my lap. And the whole trip I had to work for that. And everything really is just all for it to come together. It's honestly the best feeling I've ever felt. So yeah, like still kind of a bit speechless about it now, but it was really, really, really positive to finish off the year with a World Cup, my first World Cup podium. And that was actually my 4th, is it my 4th? Yeah, my 4th final ever in Argentina. So I bloody love racing there. It's brought me a lot of success. So this is what I'm chasing for next year. More podiums, hopefully get a win as well, and chase down that Olympic medal as well, because carry on the up, and then these things can happen. So yeah, don't know what more there is to say really. Just had a great trip. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you thought about this video, this style of video, and yeah, I'll get a training video out in the coming weeks, or do a week in a life or something like that. So make sure you subscribe and like, and I'll see you later. Peace.